Welcome to the Bandano Podcast, where we're calling a spade a spade. Great to be here with you guys today. There is trouble in paradise. The United Front beginning to implode. These players are fish swimming with the sharks. They thought they were going to push the owners. They thought the owners were going to give in, acquiesce to their demands, get a deal done. But now they find themselves, as the clock is ticking and time is running out, they find themselves in deep water. And the executive committee is starting to look around and say, maybe we should take the deal before they ultimately drown the WNBA. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Like the video and subscribe to the channel. That would mean so much to me. ESPN sources say a strong debate has emerged within the 7-member executive committee, which the WNBA Players Association player body authorized in December to call a strike, quote, when necessary. According to multiple sources, one group says that now is the time to fundamentally alter the league's revenue sharing model, and players shouldn't compromise further until they feel comfortable with the new system. Another group says that though there are still some matters to be negotiated, the players have already gained significant ground and are closer to a deal and are less inclined to pursue a strike. You have Napheesa Collier staking her claim. Pay us what you owe us. If I had to take a guess, Napheesa Collier staking her claim. Pay us what you owe us. Brianna Turner staking her claim. Pay us what you owe us. And then you might have the other side of the delegation. Then you might have Brianna Stewart side. Then you might have the Alicia Clark side. Maybe a little Kelsey Plum in there. Maybe a little bit of Elizabeth Williams in there saying, you know what, guys? We did make significant strides over here. You got Napheesa Collier and Agumake over there. You got Stewie, Elizabeth Williams, Alicia Clark over here. One of those sides got to give. Let's get right into it. Sources, WNBA Players Union meeting Monday could be pivotal. The meeting already came to an end. We're going to get in that as well. The WNBA Players Association will meet Monday morning in New York for their first in-person bargaining session involving players since October. Sources close to the process told ESPN. A meeting many believe could be pivotal in whether a new collective bargaining agreement is reached or players decide to strike. The union, sources said, has grown increasingly frustrated that the league hasn't formally responded to its most recent proposal submitted around Christmas, but sources said a strong debate has emerged within the 7-member executive committee, which the Player Association player body authorized in December to call a strike when necessary. According to multiple sources, one group says that now is the time to fundamentally alter the league's revenue sharing model, and players shouldn't compromise further until they feel comfortable. Another group says that though there are still some matters to be negotiated, the players have already gained significant ground and are closer to a deal and are less inclined to pursue a strike. Either way, both groups were eager to hear directly from owners instead of having layers of middlemen and lawyers separating the sides. Quote, at the end of the day, we're human beings. I think conversation face-to-face goes a long way, Plum said. Going to this meeting, I'm just excited for the opportunity to be able to be there in person with other players that are really invested in this and stuff, and stuff. And then, of course, the league making the commitment to be there. Now, Kelsey Plum, she didn't show up. Kelsey Plum, she was a no-call, no-show. She had travel issues. The WNBA and Players Association met in New York City for about 3 hours today. The player delegation included Nneka Ogwumike, Alicia Clark, Brianna Turner, and Stephanie Dolson. Napheesa Collier and Kelsey Plum had travel issues and didn't make it to New York. Ogwumike and company declined to comment on the PA's way out. Kelsey Plum, Napheesa Collier couldn't make it to New York. Meanwhile, the night prior,
almost there. 2 gates to go.
You got these two horsing around in the airport. You got these two pushing each other along in the airport. You know what I think happened? You want to know? You want to know why I don't think that they made it? If I had to take a guess, these owners know people in high places. That's it. They know people in high places. They're in rooms that we're not in. They called their friends at United. Hey, you know that plane that Napheesa, Collier, and Kelsey Plum's supposed to be boarding? Yeah. What about it? Can we just make sure it doesn't take off in time? You know, maybe it takes longer to fill a tank than usual. Maybe it takes longer to clean the cabin than usual, but we really just don't want to listen to them. So can you please just help us out this one time? Help us out this one time. We'll give you some nice seats. Maybe we'll put your name on the court. But just hook us up this one time and just make sure they don't make it. Can you do? No sweat. No sweat. You know what? You've always taken care of me. I got you. No sweat at all. No sweat at all. That's all I'm saying, folks. That's all I'm saying. The players' delegation included Nneka Ogwumike, Elisha Clark, Brianna Turner, and Stephanie Dolson. And the owners looked across the table and said, your career revenue generation for this league is about $189. So why the fuck are you here asking for a raise on the backs of others? Damn. So the delegation was made up of, in the grand scheme of things, nobody that has a following or even a big name. Just people you would pass on the street and not even recognize. Smart. Fee isn't even playing in Unrivaled and she couldn't make it to the meeting. All that talk and couldn't even come face to face with the league that she trashes every chance she gets. Good point, Nicole. Good point. All that woofing, she didn't show up. Like a little chihuahua behind the window. And then as soon as the owners walk in, goes hides underneath the table somewhere. It's crazy. Crazy. WNBA Players Union meet to try to push forward CBA talks. This is the update that we get. The WNBA and the Players Union met for a few hours Monday for the first time in several weeks to try to move the stalled collective bargaining negotiations forward. Union President Nneka Ogwumike walked out of the NBA offices around 1:30 p.m., 3 hours after she got there, and said, "No, we can't talk," when asked for comment. Ogwumike was joined by executive committee members Brianna Turner and Elisha Clark. Kelsey Plum and Napheesa Collier planned on being at the meeting, but they had flight issues, so they participated via video call along with Brianna Stewart. Oh, you called in through Zoom. Oh, you FaceTimed in. Oh, you duoed your way in there. Oh, okay. Interesting. Well, that face-to-face... Anywho. WNBA Commissioner Kathy Engelbert and members of the Labor Relations Committee were in attendance, as well as New York Liberty owners Clara Wu and Joe Tsai. Talks to reach a new CBA haven't had much traction over the past few weeks, as the union says it's waiting for a response to a proposal it sent around Christmas that included a 30% gross revenue share for the players. The league's most recent offer last month would guarantee a max salary base of $1 million in 2026 that could reach $1.3 million through rev share. That's up from the current $249,000 and could grow to nearly $2 million over the life of the agreement. The two sides have been in a status quo period after the latest extension of the current CBA ran out on January 9th. They agreed to a moratorium a few days later that halted the initial stages of free agency, in which teams would seek to deliver qualifying offers and franchise tag designations to players. If a new CBA isn't agreed upon soon, it could delay the start of the 2026 season. It has already delayed the expansion draft for Toronto and Portland. The league did release its schedule last month, with the regular season set to begin May 8th. The last CBA was announced in the middle of January 2020, a month after it had been agreed to. It could easily take 2 months from when a new CBA is reached to get to the start of free agency, which was supposed to begin last month. So they met today. Not really much to report on other than they met today. Not much to report on other than Napheesa Collier and Kelsey Plum. They couldn't show up. Travel issues. You know how that goes. Travel issues. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Like the video. Subscribe to the channel. That would mean so much to me. See you next time. And as always, take it easy.